Welcome to Full Court Fits, the show that takes you around the world of NBA fashion while also bringing you the latest, greatest, biggest news of sneaker culture today. I'm Big Waz. Let's go. First up, we have what I think is easily the single most anticipated sneaker release of the year. This is up there with anything that you could think of, and that's the Air Jordan 1 Chicago. Nike and Jordan Brand are calling this particular release the Lost and Found OG edition. The theme and the story behind this shoe is supposed to evoke the feeling of, 1985 and 86 after this sneaker came out, going all across wherever mom and pop shops or consignment shops or whatever, trying to get your hands on this shoe. It's trying to evoke this feeling of, nostalgia of what it used to be like before the sneakers app, before raffles, before sellouts, when you could go out and try to go on treasure hunts for sneakers. This shoe is trying to celebrate that. It's the most popular Jordan silhouette of the moment, and this particular colorway is the most iconic of them all. The upper has a little bit of weathering on the leather part up top. Trying to evoke that old school, it's artificially weathered, that feel. Like, it has all of that going for it. They're releasing 500,000 units of this, that's been reported, which I think is big news. So a lot of people will be able to get their hands on it. A lot of these sneakers have already been backdoored, which is unfortunate, but it's the game in 2022. It's what's going to happen. These things will be coming out in a couple of weeks or so, November 19th at retail for $180. Like I said, this is the craziest, the biggest sneaker release of the year. Be on the lookout for that. Speaking of backdoors, Marcus Jordan and his brand, The Boutique in Florida, Trophy Room, are dropping his first sneaker since the Trophy Room ones came out. Of course, you guys remember that release was shrouded in all kinds of controversy as credible sources like my man, shouts to Brendan Dunn at Complex. He reported on this thoroughly about, Marcus Jordan backdoored these kicks, sold them for a bundle. And so that, normal people would have to pay them at a really ridiculous rate. Some might say, bro, your dad's a billionaire. If you're gonna make a cool sneaker and drop it, maybe make it so that some normal people could get their hands on it. Popular as it was shrouded in so much controversy, and he's back again with this latest release. The actual shoe is a Jordan 7. It's in the colorway that's reminiscent of the Carmine, but it has an Olympic 7 feel to it with the navy blue accents on the tongue and on the sole, on the midsole. I guess during the 92 Olympics, Mike told Magic Johnson and Larry Bird that there was a new sheriff in town, and that's why you see some of the gold accents, and that's why it's got the red, white, and blue Olympic Jordan feel to it. I actually think this is a really dope shoe. I like this better than the Carmine 6s. I like this actually better than Olympic 7s. I think it's a dope shoe. I'm interested to see how the sneaker community is gonna react to this guy having dropped this sneaker after all of that controversy. Let me know what you guys think about these Jordan 7s and Marcus Jordan's Trophy Room enterprise as a whole. First up, 4-time world champion, 2-time MVP, 1-time Finals MVP, Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors, here decked in head to toe in Bottega Veneta. Bottega is about as trendy as it gets right now. It's right up there with Prada, Balenciaga. Those are the brands that are just crushing everything as far as who is the most trendiest in NBA spaces, celebrities. I told y'all, I'm kind of good off of the trend humping. Although I like that Steph is doing different things, and actually every now and again he lands it and looks decent. I gotta say, Steph has come a long way from them Express ads. Let's face it, that was probably the most swaggerless athlete endorsement of my life. He looks better, but we gotta be consistent here on Full Court Fits. I'm dropping this. Too much designer. Oh, my Lord. Listen, man. Listen. No, just no. Next up, Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers. I like this, man. I like this. Similar to Steph in the sense that these are guys that wasn't really going hard trying to look good in the early days. But Kawhi of recent years, he's been like, I'm gonna step it up a little bit. He's never gonna go crazy like a PJ Tucker or, God forbid, a James Harden. But, you know, he's putting some thought and some effort into the look, and so I'm into it. Right now, you see him rocking that Joe Freshgoods jacket, the multicolored. That's just fire to me. Shouts to Joe Freshgood. He's just killing it on the design front. Some of the collabs that he's doing with New Balance are some the best collabs I've seen in years. As far as collabs all across sneakers, I'm kind of just like, it's become overkill. But Joe's stuff is still fresh and exciting. So it's dope to see Kawhi rocking a black designer, doing the Joe Freshgoods thing. Daily Paper Tee, one of my favorite brands. And New Balance Kicks, the brand that endorses him. I just think this is dope. Hat from a brand called Buckets on Deck. You guys should check them out. I just think it's dope that Kawhi is not only trying, but he is showcasing brands like Joe Freshgoods, you know, indie guys who are making their way. So this is dope. I'm copping this fit. All right, folks, that was our show for this week. Make sure you subscribe to The Ringer's YouTube page. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're getting Full Court Fits every single Friday afternoon when it drops. And make sure you're tuning in. Next week, we're going to have plenty of great guests, all of that stuff for you the entire season. I want to give a shout out to everybody, but especially producer Dylan, who this is his last show today. Man, this guy started this show with me. He's been nothing but the sweetest, most professional, most helpful guy as far as doing this show. I will cherish all the moments we spent working together. I wish you nothing but success in your future endeavors. I know you're gonna fucking kill that shit. Thank you for doing this, man. Dylan, we love you. Salute, bro.